Hi, church family. Well, I can't believe it, but in the span of a couple weeks, all of us are trying to become social media experts and trying, of course, to reach out to in means that normally we didn't. But I know a lot of people at home right now are isolated. A lot of things are happening very quickly with people, and I just wanted to find a way to get a little bit of spiritual encouragement to you while a lot of people are at home and just in unprecedented times. So I'm going to read a verse, share a couple thoughts with you, and walk through something with you. Proverbs today, and I hope this verse will be a help to you. Proverbs 23 and verse number 28 says that he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Of course, God in this verse is trying to challenge us to have rule over our spirit. God definitely doesn't want our spirit to have rule over us, but he wants us, with his help, to be able to be in control of our spirit. As you look through history, the concept of ruling is really predated by a lot of people that had positions of authority over other people. Maybe there has been throughout history good rulers, maybe there's been bad rulers. Maybe there's been people for one reason or another were remembered with great admiration, others that were remembered with hatred. But without question, in order for a ruler to be a good ruler, they have to be able to exercise the right amount of authority at the right time and in the right way. That's what ruling means. And God wants us in the same way to exercise the right amount of authority, the right position over our spirit in times of difficulty, really in any time of our life. So God is challenging throughout this verse to have that type of relationship with our spirit. God kind of warns as you go through the verse what happens when a spirit is allowed to run without any ruling. And God says, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Now God says when that rule is not there, it's as if we're in a position that we're a city that is broken down and has no security. Walls back in this time were something that gave people great security. Whether it was from an army invasion or whether it was maybe from a wild animal or from people that possibly could take their possessions, those walls were there to give everyone a feeling of safety, confidence, and security. And if those walls were broken down, really anything could come in and take whatever they had. So God illustrates that in the same way. If our spirit is in a position that it has no rule, God says we're putting ourselves in the place of being so fragile that really anything can attack us, anything can take us over. And in so many ways, you know it just like I do, as we allow our hearts to run, as we get fearful about life events, as we start making decisions on the fly, we really put ourselves in a very insecure and fragile place when our spirit is out of control. And that's why God emphasizes the importance of having rule, having that control over our spirit. Look, I know life's fearful right now. I know some things for some people are insecure, but this is a time we need to be reminded that with God's help, to have rule over our spirit. My encouragement to you today would just be to take a moment with God and say, God, would you help me to rule with your help my spirit? That my spirit would not be driven by life events, driven by circumstances, but that your spirit would help my spirit to be in control. Well, that's the simple thought for today. I hope it helps. I hope it encourages you. Remember the verse and what God taught you. God bless you today. Trust you'll take some time with him personally to be encouraged and strengthened as you walk closer with him. God bless you.